right? So for me, a
can
walk
happen.
with God every day is reminding my position with him. He's leading me, right? He asked me to follow him.
Yeah, not lead him.
Yeah.
Not.
Moses is an amazing man of God. He got himself in trouble when all of a sudden he considered himself almost equal to God. When he said, "What shall we do with these?" We need to remember that in our walk with God, we want him to be leading.
Yeah, it's kind of a dorky analogy. I guess I'm famous for dorky analogies today, but it's like even with Tony, when we're going on our walks, like we were having some behavior issues with him, and I called the breeder and I'm like, hey, like this guy's huge. We definitely don't want to be having these kinds of behaviors with him. And he's like, you need to go back to the basics. Yes, I know at this time he was like 10 months old. I know he's 10 months old, but treat him like he's 3 months old. Like you literally need to make him understand that you are leading. And he's like, even things like when you're getting ready to walk out the door, he sits, you go out first. And it's fascinating because we can see that with him. When we take him on a walk with us every day, guess whose behavior is better? And when we tell him, hey, you sit, mom's going out the door first, and then dad's going out the door first, and then you're coming with us.
He's being reminded who the leader is.
Yes, he's being reminded who the leader is. And as we're walking, he's tempted to kind of veer off and smell where all the other dogs have peed. And a quick little correction with his leash or a hey, he's like, oh, that's right. You're leading, not me. And I think it's like kind of dorky, but also a really solid
That's a
visual.
beautiful analogy.
Because it's changed his behavior. Like he actually
it helps me a lot.
Is behaving better, realizing that he's not the boss of the home. And I think what happens sometimes with dogs and with humans is if we start thinking that we're in control, we start leading, and we see perfectly well with Tony what that looks like. When he thinks he's leading, he's standing outside on the picnic table or sitting in my chair or eating my table or whatever else. Whereas we're like, hey, no, dude, I'm walking out the door and then you are, and you're not going to actually smell the pee every time we walk by it, and you're not going to grab that thing in the road, and you're not going to lunge at that lady. Like you're going to stay right next to me. We see like actual fruit of him behaving because now he understands the boundary. Before he didn't understand the boundary. It's just like, I get to do whatever I want to. I'm going to eat the whole house, eat the socks, drink out of the toilet, slobber all over the place, And now we're like, oh no, you're actually not. And it's actually helped him. And I just think we can kind of relate to that in that,
absolutely.
For us, it's like, if we're in control of our own lives, like, sure, for a season, we can do really well. We could probably do amazing in a season for some of us. If you're the personality that's like, I'm going to get it done, and like, you're really passionate, and it can even be about Jesus, you can accomplish a lot.
You can be impressed with yourself. And
people can be impressed with you.
And feel like God is...
like, oh yeah, this is all about Jesus. Yeah. And then very quickly realize like, oh crap, I walked out the door first. Yeah. I didn't let him walk out the door first. Yeah. And then you can see the fruit of that in the rest of your life.